Hello there guys, and welcome to a bit of Gw2 introduction. Now, first of all, I know, there's so many videos out there already. But I'm making this to show it to some friends, maybe, try to get them interested to play the game and so on. So, yeah, let's get to it, and what better way to do that than show off my level 13 Elementalist. And where shall we start? Why not start with the combat? That's a good thing, right? I hear that's a big part of, these kind of games. Anyway, as you can see, the skill bar here is quite small. That's because in Guild Wars 2, the abilities are based on what weapon you're wielding. Now, I have a staff, as you can clearly see. So these 5 abilities are based on the staff. If I would, for example, do this, equip a dagger in main hand, and equip the dagger in offhand, I will get 5 new abilities. These 3 are based on the main hand, and these on the offhand. Unless I'm wielding a 2-handed weapon as staff, then all 5 are, staff. So, without going too much in depth to, every one of the weapon-specific abilities, let's go on to these 4. These are pretty standard stuff, it's quite fitting for an elementalist to have the 4 attunements: fire, water, air, and earth. Fire is normally a bit more AoE, hitting a lot of stuff with fire. Water tend to be a bit more supportive, healing a bit. There's no designated heal in this game, but it's a bit of healing. Sorry, tongue got caught up. Air is single target, I would say, and then we have Earth. Oh well, I haven't unlocked anything here. Earth is it's a bit more, how to put it, defense, inflicting weakness and, a bit more control, I would say. But anyway, you can pull up the hero menu here, and here you can see the weapons I can have as an elementalist. I can dagger in both main and offhand. Scepter, it's purely a main hand weapon. Staff, obviously a 2-handed weapons. Focus is only offhand, and trident. This is an underwater weapon, but I'll get to that later, I guess. So you might wonder what these red circles on some of the abilities are. They are. I'm just gonna quit the staff. They tend to have a lot of those. They are stuff you have to aim on the ground to do. Now I should probably disable that to show off. So if I take lava font, for example, would look something like this. Get this green circle, so aim it. Meteor shower. This one is kind of big. Now, and as you can see here as well, I can move while casting, and this is a big part of this game's combat. Movement is the key, so be ready to do a lot of circle strafing. And not only that, you might see this little thing. It's divided in 2. This is your dodge bar. This is gonna save your life so many times. And you can see, you can't just spam dodge. It fills up kind of slowly. So as soon as you trigger a dodge movement, you get like you're immune for that whole animation, so to say. So where were we? Yeah, the attunements here I talked about. Then you might wonder what this side is. Well, this one, the 6th slot, is always going to be healing skill. It's gonna be a bit different with depending on what class you're playing. For me, it's I gain a boon and I heal myself. Boon is a buff in this game. And then you can see I get a specific buff depending on what attunement I'm in. And these 3 abilities, I haven't unlocked this one yet because I'm not level 20, are your utility skills. They are your class-based skills. And you can customize these however you want. I haven't unlocked all of these, by the way. Here are the slot skills. And as you can see here, they cost points. There. And these points are called skill points, and here you can see how much they cost. And yes, they are tiered, by the way. They didn't used to be that, but now they are. But let's not get into that. But as you can see here, they cost a certain number of skill points. How do you acquire these skill points, you might add? Good question. For some reason I got gold for that one. Anyway, how do you acquire the skill points, you might wonder? Well, here's the map for Queensdale, human starting area. And you see these little things here. Earn a skill points. Earn a skill points. It's a bunch of challenges that's, it's scattered throughout the world. And it might be everything from just, hey, kill this guy, to just commune with this place of power and get a skill points. And here's a couple of examples. You can see skill points earned, then this thing is filled up. And this one is not. So I've earned a skill point here. And there's a bunch of skill points in the whole world. Here you can see the zone progression, and here you can see the entire world. It's a lot of skill points to earn. So where were we? Yeah. Let's get on with it, shall we? I've shown you the weapon skills a bit and the slot skills. I don't want to go in, nitty-gritty on them, because, this is just a basic overview. And then you have the traits. What are the traits, you might wonder? Well, they're sort of, do I dare say talent points? I guess I do, because most other MMO games use talent points. So when you gain a level, you get 1 point that you can click here. Let's say hypothetically that I actually would put one into fire. I haven't bought the manual yet, so I haven't unlocked any. I should do that. But if I would put 1 point in fire, I would gain these passive stats. And then when I put 5 points into fire, I unlock this one. 20% should cause burning whenever a foe attacks you in melee. And when I put 10 skill points, I get to this major trait. And then I can choose between this, or these ones I should say. And as you can see, I have 6 to choose from. And then it just go on and on. You put 5 points more, you get this minor one. And then when you put 20 points, you get here. And as you can see here, create a lava font went down, create a lava font went down. These are the same. But now they've added a few. And I guess they've done these, done this kind of change, because it didn't used to be like this. So you wouldn't just be able to pick the most powerful thing right away at level 10. And now 5 more points here, you get 25, and then 30. Then you have even more choices. So that's how it works. And it's the same for every one of these. So this is how you customize your character. Now, again, these are passive. Just briefly run through them for Elementalist, if you might wonder. These you get when you just put points. Power is just pure damage. Condition duration. Conditions in this game is debuffs, poison, burning, whatever, Precision is crit, and this one says what it is, how big the crits are. And then at Earth, if you put point in Earth, you would get condition damage, like debuff damage, and toughness, that's defense, take less damage. And in water, again, water is sort of healing-ish. It increases your healing, and vitality is your life. And if you put in Arcana, it would increase your boon duration. Boon is your buff. So conditions and boons and conditions are basically buffs and debuffs in this game. So you would get an attunement recharge rate. So these, I assume that these will have less cooldown. So yeah, that's how it works. You have the slot skills, and you have the traits, and then you have the weapon skills. So, why did my character turn blonde all of a sudden, you might wonder? Well, I thought I swapped character for this presentation, because I thought I was gonna show you guys a bit of the dye system. Now, customization is a big part of any MMO game, or it should be, right? So in Guild Wars 2, you have dye packs. I will just click something at random here just to show you guys. It's pretty simple stuff, really. Now let's go for the most hideous looking outfit. What do you reckon? I don't think so. Anyway, these are the starter dyes. As you can see, it's a fair amount, you know, to start with. Then I discovered some common ones, and I actually have one uncommon and one rare. So there are over 400 colors, or up or close to 400. Don't quote me on that. I think it's around that number. Now, how do you get a hold of, you know, how did I get a hold of these ones, and how do I get a hold of more? Well, there's a couple of ways. You can buy them in the Gem store, which you probably heard about. You throw in a couple of bucks, you know, and you buy gems, or you can actually buy gems, I think, from the trading post, aka auction house, as well. Or I think you can actually craft them as well, or find them while gathering of some sort. I saw some guy that on I saw some picture, I think it was on, that had like 200 colors. It was like so many colors to choose from, and that wasn't even all of them. I think it was 190, 200 that guy had. So I mean, that really puts stuff in perspective when I saw that picture. Like, wow! So trust me, guys, there's going to be a lot of, you know, color schemes going around there. I think you can make your character look pretty unique. So you can also do this. You can hide or unhide your helmet. As you you can see why I'm hiding this helm. And you can pretty much do this with every piece of armor, which is a neat little feature. These are your 6 armor slots, I should say, by the way. And over here you have a back and trinkets and rings and amulets. And these are your gathering tools. Yes, when I run out of these, I will have to buy new ones. It's mining, it's you know, chopping down wood, and it's gathering food stuff. And these are your underwater weapons.